What's up, y'all? It's Spiritually bring out another video. Now, in my last video, I was telling y'all how a lot of people were starting to wake up, and how this quarantine was giving people that chance to just sit still and just pay attention and focus on the things that was going on around the world and what was going on right in front of their faces. Now, I'm making this video to give y'all 5 ways to tell if you're one of the ones that's starting to wake up. Now, number one, you're watching this video. Now, even with me, like when I first started to wake up and start to switch to that more spiritual side, from being on the third dimensional side, the side with fear and focusing on the wrong things, I started to do like my research. I was watching other spiritual YouTubers. I was watching and reading up on a lot of spiritual things, a lot of spiritual terms, a lot of things that's out there for us to learn. And I was just like watching a lot of videos. That's why I say, like, if you're watching this video, then you're already taking that step. You're already in that process, because now you're trying to educate yourself on more things. And like, even if you're not watching me and you're watching other YouTubers and you're reading information from these spiritual sites on like the third eye and meditation and chakras and all that other spiritual stuff, like if you're reading that stuff and you're watching videos trying to educate yourself on the spiritual side of things, then you're already taking that step, and you're in the process of waking up. Now, number two is you're starting to get back out into nature. Like, if you're somebody right now that's like going for like walks, like like taking a break from your phone or your game, or like just taking a break from everything that's happening around you, and you're just taking walks outside in nature, and like or even if you're just sitting outside, like, and just watching the birds and watching the clouds move, or just like sitting out in the sun, getting yourself some sun, then your soul is basically trying to move you back in that state of being home, because nature is where we came from. Nature is where we were always supposed to be. You can't get away from nature. No matter where you go in this world, there's nature all around you. So if you're somebody that's getting back into nature, you're getting yourself some sun, you're stargazing, you're just looking up in the sky, you're just like getting outside, you're hearing the birds and just appreciating everything for what it is, and how nature changes and evolves, just like us human beings should be doing, then you're starting to get in that process of waking up. Number three being, you're starting to eat healthier. Like I always tell y'all, bro, like watch what you're eating and try to eat more healthier things. I'm not saying that you got to go full vegan, because I'm not full vegan. I don't consider myself a vegan at all, but I eat better. Like I eat better, way better than what I used to. I'm eating fruits, I'm eating more vegetables, like I'm eating more like wheat bread. Like, it's just like simple things. Like I put a pause on fast food, like pretty much altogether. Like, I don't eat fast food at all. Like, you start to realize, like, the food that's the most popular, like the food that you think tastes the best, is really the worst food for you. Like GMO foods are real. Like this GMO meat and like the poison that they put in the food, like McDonald's, like Burger King. Like I know a lot of y'all probably saying, bro, like, it tastes good. Yeah, but it's not best for you. It's not what's best for your soul. It's not what's best for your life. It's not. You have to start eating to live. Like, eat more vegetables. Like, you eat more apples, you eat more beans, you eating more oranges. You're just eating more life, because y'all got to realize, like, when you eating organic food, because they do have GMO vegetables and fruits out here too. I hope y'all know that. But like, when you eating more organic foods, you're eating more so to live, and you're not putting all that death in your body. Meat is good. I'm not knocking vegans. I'm not saying that you should only eat vegetables and fruits. I'm not saying you should only eat meat. You should have a mix, because we are the type of beings that can consume both. We have that blessing to consume fruits, vegetables, and meat. So since we have that ability, it's best to just use it right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to be full vegan, because like I said, I'm not gonna come on here telling y'all to do something that I'm not doing. It's not. I'm not full vegan, but I'm eating better. I'm eating more organic foods. Now, number 4. I think I'm on number 4. Number 4, you're starting to realize everything we've been taught was taught to destroy us and make us basically bots, like make us stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that we could walk around praising certain things that we think happened in history when it really hasn't happened. Like, for all of y'all that graduated school, think back to a time when somebody asked you what happened in 1742, what happened in 1819. Like, who really cares about that? Like, honestly, like, think about that. Like, who really cares about what happened long ago? When we're trying to move forward as human beings, they're trying to evolve. They're trying to keep us in the past. Yeah, it's good to know what happened in the past so that we can learn from it if it's true. What I'm saying is, like, these books, these social studies books, these science books, all of this stuff was written by men. So it's kind of like they're feeding you what they want you to know. They're not feeding you nothing on spirituality. They're not feeding you any information on how to meditate, are they? They're not feeding you any information on your ancestors or where you came from. They're not feeding you nothing on anxiety and depression and just how to deal with everyday life. They're teaching you about Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and all these people that we don't even know if they truly exist. They have no proof. They always have these little paintings and stuff and like little written out things. But y'all gotta realize, bro, we living in an age where anything can be like fornicated and like forged. I meant forged. Anything could be forged. Anything could be fake. All this information that they're giving you, they're giving it to you for a reason. They want you to focus on that. They don't want you to focus on the depression that you're gonna go throughout high school, or throughout any stage in school. And when you leave, they don't prepare you for the real world at all. They only prepare you for these tests and these quizzes on information that they're giving you that's made up. So what I'm saying is, make sure that leads me into my fifth reason for on how to know if you're waking up and that you're starting to see the world for what it truly is. You're starting to re-educate yourself. You throwing out everything that you've learned. You're learning that all of this is a lie, and you're just re-educating yourself. Like how I said, like back to number one, when I said that you start to watch videos, you start to watch videos, you start to read up on articles, spiritual articles. You're the same thing with this. You're throwing out everything that you learn. You're throwing out all this information that they give you. The only useful thing that I can say that school has taught me is how to read, write, and count. All that other information was useless. Like I don't use any of that information that they've given us in social studies, science. Most of the science is a lie anyway. These men make us have us believe in all type of things. But y'all have to learn to dig deep and find information that resonates with your soul. Because like I said, like your soul is the purest thing to our creator. It's the purest thing that you have because it's what you came here as. This body is what this soul inhabited. Like we are more than just this body. We are more than what we see in the mirror. You are more. You have deeper and deeper genes, so to speak. You're way deeper. Like your genes go way deeper than your hair, your skin color, your eye color, how tall you are. Is way deeper than that, bro. Like y'all gotta learn to do the research for yourself. That's why I say, like, just throw out everything that they taught you. You don't want none of that third dimensional stuff stuck in your head when you try to become spiritual, because it's gonna have you fighting with yourself. It's gonna have you fighting with the information that you learn from school on this third dimensional level. And it's gonna have you fighting with stuff that you learn on a spiritual level. So you have to learn to let go of all that information. Now, like I always say, man, like I just want to make this video for like all the people that's going through like changes, because I know when I went through my spiritual awakening, it was like it hit me all at once. And I've had YouTubers that I watch to, you know, like help guide me through it, so I know what's happening to me. But like, it's like once you start awakening, you can't really go back, bro. Like you can't unlearn and unsee what you know. It's kind of like once you know it, it starts applying itself to your life. And it's either you're gonna get with the program or you're gonna get left behind. And you're gonna start feeling even deeper in depression, deeper in anxiety, because you're gonna feel like you don't fit in. So you have to learn to do it on your own. So like I always say, man, like make sure y'all take care of yourself, man. Like make sure that y'all eating better, and make sure that y'all getting y'all some sun and some nature, man. And I love y'all, man, and I'll see you on the next one.